Hey there, everyone. This is Dr. John Tantillo, the marketing doctor, for Saturday, August the 10th, 2024, volume 3. If you're new to this podcast, this is something that I just started a few weeks ago regarding branding and politics, as well as branding and everything that the culture talks about regarding branding. So I'm a marketing professor at Touro University, Lambda College for Men. And what I do is write a column for Newsmax where I use my knowledge of marketing to analyze the topics of the day, utilizing my branding and marketing expertise. And today, what we want to really get into is uh, Harris's selection of our vice president Walz. And there's a lot of screaming going on, attacking the man. And I agree with my dear friend Bill O'Reilly. I don't think you really want to attack the man as much as what you want to do is attack their policies, and I'm all for that. And from my way of thinking, I really don't see any difference between him and Trump regarding personality. He's a fast-talking Midwesterner that takes no prisoners, and I find him not to be likable. Regarding putting policies aside, I just don't think he's a likable guy. Football coaches, high school football coaches, do nothing for me other than intimidate people. And then we find out that he wasn't really the head coach, he was an assistant coach. And then what my friends who are in the military tell me about, and by the way, I was not in the military, so I can't really give an opinion on this other than to say that my friends think that what he did was a really big blunder, over exaggerating what he did in the military. And so there might be some problems there. But putting all of that aside, in the old days, what you would do is for vice president, you would try to add the number of voters by going by expanding the base. So what you would do, the classic way to run a campaign would be in the general you would pivot to expanding the base. And what they did here is they just reinforced the brand, the Democratic brand, as being a more socialist than any other, or having more socialist ideas than any other ticket that went for that ran for president of the United States. So I don't know where this is all going to shake out in terms of Walz. Stay tuned. But it's in my humble opinion, this was not really too smart, because I think what they're doing is they're more preaching to the choir. And I just don't think this is a way of getting independents on board. And the way I look at this election is this is really an election between capitalism and socialism. And I just think that that's what this is really about. So no matter how you feel about Donald Trump, I think that if you want to keep the system on the capitalistic side, what you really don't want to do is vote for Harris and Walz. I just think it's a mistake. Some interesting information that I saw in a recent poll is that the third parties are in fact helping Harris as opposed to Trump. So those people that just can't ever be a Trump supporter, and I just found out from a dear friend of mine, I won't mention his name, that was a lifelong Republican. He just can't deal with Trump. He's got problems with Trump. And I can understand that somewhat. The only thing is, what is the alternative? And, if the way I kind of look at it is that Harris and Walz are really wolves in sheep's clothing. And it really is an issue. So, which gets me to think about why people have reservations about Trump. I love when people talk about how Trump lies. And I just got to say that if we use the same criteria that we use about Trump, and Trump, what I call, exaggerates because he's a salesperson, a businessman. This is what business people do. Okay. So with that said, I just don't think that that's really a fair analysis or description of Trump. I can understand people not liking Trump, but boy, Walz, I don't think is any better. I mean, he's a quick talking, take no prisoners, a Midwesterner whose opinions are so unlike many. I mean, he's just so over the top. And I would agree he will not be easy to debate, but I think Vance is a much more likable guy than he is, because of his fast talking and his contempt for anybody who disagrees with him. He's what you call a Kia. And that's this Governor Walz. A Kia is a know-it-all. And if you don't agree with him, well, you're not as smart as he is. But I do want to say that what Trump has to do, I saw his rally last night in Montana, and it was really, really hot. What I mean by that, it was just too angry. Okay. And I just didn't think it was good. And I just don't think it's smart calling Harris dumb. And people say, well, why isn't it? And I'll tell you why. Votes. You're not going to convince people. Some people will say you're not going to ever convince them. But it just gives them, it gives those people who don't like Trump, it just digs them into their position that I just can't vote for this guy. And I hate to say it, that if Trump needs every vote he can get, and I don't believe in this idea that look at his rallies. I'm sorry. that doesn't faze me. Okay. By the way, the reason that Trump won against Hillary Clinton in 2016 was his brilliant use of digital marketing and social media. And the Democrats at the time in 2016 really didn't believe in that. They believed in traditional advertising. And that's how they had, that's why Trump won. Trump won because of a very, very effective digital campaign brought about by Pascal, Brad Pascal, who was a marketing genius at the time. But once the Democrats realized the importance of digital, I was listening today, and the media research group, there was this fellow on that was talking about how the Harris campaign is using what they call targeting, micro targeting of different groups. So they're not really appealing to the population as a whole, but segmenting the market and targeting certain groups with a message that will bring them home or bring them the vote. And it's very, very you got to be very careful not to say that the Democrats cheat. No, I think that the Democrats go to the edge and use every tactic that they can so they get their vote out. Okay. And that's why when they go and appeal to judges, even Republican judges, won't give them, won't give them the benefit of the doubt, because there's not going to be any judge that's going to reverse election results. Just no way. It's just not going to happen. So what you got to worry about is the Republicans have to, in fact, be as creative as the Democrats are. Now, I'm not sure where they are. Now, I had some inside information that Pascal is back and he's doing a little something, but I don't know about that. And there's this other fellow that's doing some word, Pressler, for Scott Pressler in Pennsylvania. He's doing some good work about identifying new voters. That's all good. But from this Media Research Council, this fellow that was talking about the micro-targeting, that's what I'm a little bit concerned about. So what the only thing I can really say is you got to get out to vote, and don't be suckered in by this idea that the election Trump's going to win, because look at his rallies. The rallies do not translate into votes. Okay. And you got to be very, very careful of that. So if I were Trump, I would be running this election as if I'm 10 points behind, as opposed to being 10 points ahead. And what does that mean? I think what Trump must do, and his surrogates, I think, do a great job, but he's got to do this, is do the old Ronald Reagan line. Are you better off today as you were, 4 years ago? And the answer to that is a resounding no, if you want to be honest. So that's all for now. Catch me next week. Bye-bye. subscribe to my YouTube channel.